All right, joining us now for his weekly chat on Pirate Radio Live, former ECU great Justin Hardy. Justin, how we doing, man?
Doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Hey, doing all right. Week two did not go the way that Ottawa or yourself wanted it to go, as you lose to what looks to be a really good Montreal team. And boy, Tyler Snead had it going the other night, the former Pirate,
We
with a
did.
big game in the win. So, Justin, I know you didn't want to see it against you, but for us, it was kind of cool to see a Pirate show out the other night. Snead's turned into a good ball player up there.
For sure. I always say if there's anybody that you want to see do good, you want to see people from ECU do good. So definitely shout out to him for having a good game for sure.
Did you get a chance to talk to him at all?
I was looking for him after the game. I didn't get a chance to see him. We got to play him 3 more times, so I'm pretty sure I'll run into him next time we play him.
Yeah, hopefully you can get them back next time with a win, and also your numbers, Justin. And you don't seem like a guy that would complain to the coach or the quarterback, but when you finish a game with 2 catches, how do you handle that? I know you personally are going to do what you can to get better, but do you point it out to the coordinator, head coach, quarterback, or do you not say anything at all? How do you kind of make that work?
I usually don't say anything at all. It's on the film. They see it. They see what I see. I just control what I can control. At the end of the day, it's a lot that has to go through a play in order for me to get the ball. So everything
Right.
got to go right majority of the time. So I just do what I can do, control the things I can control, and just play my game.
Were they kind of keying in on you, or was the defense just playing well the other night? What led to just a 2 catch game for you when we're used to you having more?
A lot of different things. We didn't have our starting quarterback in. So training camp, timing, everything that you
Right.
have with your usual guy is not the same. So that's just the things that you have, the little adversity you have to go through when you have injuries going on. So you don't really just think about it too much. Like I said, just control the things you can control and just go from there.
Yeah, Justin, I've talked about this with Bryce Williams. You're not the best guy to talk about it with because of all the targets and catches you had. You were the nation's leading all-time receiver when you left East Carolina. But talking about it with Bryce and other tight ends receivers, like you practice so much, you run so many routes, you catch so many off the jugs machine and at practice, and then you go in a game and you might get like 3 targets or 5 targets, and it's a lot of work sometimes for not a lot of juice, I guess, it being worth the squeeze. But you yourself, have got a ton of targets over the years. But how do you not let that get frustrating when you work so hard and then you have a game where you're not getting the looks that you want?
I look at it like this. It's a long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We only in week 2 right now. We got 16 more regular season games. So, you really just can't, like I said, think too much on things in the past. Just
Yeah.
move forward. Watch the film, see what we can correct, and just go from there.
How does what's the practice schedule like for you guys during the week, Justin, in season? How many days do you practice? How many days do you get off?
Uh, Essentially, it's 3 days of practice with a walkthrough day on day 4, travel day / travel day, depending on where you're traveling to, and then game day on pretty much game day, day 5. So it's usually a 5-day week. Usually, unless it's a earlier game, which you would probably double up on day 1, day 2 if it's an earlier game.
And you're hitting every day of the week right now, it looks like. So you started the season on a Thursday, played last week on Friday. Week 3 will be this Saturday. So you've already hit 3 different days in the week. And I see you're playing, I think, 4 o'clock kickoff. You've had 2 night games. Do you like a night game or an afternoon game if you had to pick?
Uh, I would think an afternoon game. Would it really depend on who we playing to? That means a lot as well. Like in college, like depending on who we playing, nighttime games are fun. But
Yeah.
I would say like earlier in the day, go ahead and play, and then have the rest of your day to really relax and do what you need to do outside of football.
I've heard a lot of guys say that yeah, they love it under the lights and the big time crowd and stuff, but sometimes waiting and like, how do you feel those hours before a game? Sometimes that's tough to do, right?
that's tough to do. Usually I sleep a lot, so just waiting, kind of like you said, not wanting to be too up, not too down. You kind of just want to be kind of even. You don't want to waste too much energy before those games. So majority of the time I'm sleeping.
I was able to watch Week 1 on CBS Sports Network, the game against Saskatchewan. This one was on CFL Plus, and I was not able to watch it, Justin. But how was the home crowd, the atmosphere on Friday night?
It was pretty good. I want to say we had like 21,000
Man,
show up, so it's a good crowd.
good deal, good deal. And how many regular season games? You say you play Sneed them 3 more times. So how many regular season games do you have?
I want to say it's 18 regular season games, and that's
All
not,
right.
like I said, not including preseason or playoffs.
Yeah. So a lot of opportunities to get out there on the field. What do you? Again, you've already said it's a grind. It's a long season. 0-2 start. So you still got a lot of time to make up for that. But I know you want to get a win here as quick as possible. So what's the? I don't know. What's the chatter been like since the loss on Friday, and how are you guys gonna try to get in that win column?
Like I said, watch the film, correct the things that we need to correct. A lot of stuff is us beating ourselves. So once we take care of those things, I feel like it'll show up in the win column.
Mention your starting quarterback not playing the other night. How's he? What's the quarterback situation in Ottawa right now?
Like I said, I'm not even for sure right
Yeah,
now. Like I said, we've been off these last couple of days, so
gotcha.
that's something we won't even know about until probably next week when we start practicing. Well, later in the week when we start practicing.
Right. Justin Hardy joining us here on Pirate Radio Live, presented by Social House Vodka, and you can get Justin's J-Rock Limited Vodka at socialhousevodka.com. Enjoy you a nice drink while you watch some CFL action. And Justin, good stuff, man. What's the Ottawa weather right now up there? Because it's pretty smoking hot down here in Eastern North Carolina, as you can imagine.
It's it's actually starting to get warm now. Like I said, training camp was really cold, but now it's probably around 75, 76 right now.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Yeah, we'll take that. Take that every day. Let's see. Are you
Sure.
guys? Where are you at this week? Going to be on the road at
Calgary.
Calgary. I don't know the geography of Canada that well. What are the like longest road trips you'll take?
I want to say to be like out west, and I want to say probably when we go to Vancouver to play BC.
Okay.
I want to say that. I think
How
that might be the farthest west that we go.
how long is that flight? Do you remember?
Maybe 4 hours,
Okay,
4 or 5,
so
maybe.
that is a ways. Yeah.
Yeah,
Justin Hardy joining us
little
today.
distance.
What's that?
I say it's a little distance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Justin, we'll let you get back to it, man. Good luck, and looking forward to seeing what you can do week 3. You and your team coming up this Saturday, 4:00. And like I said, man, it's just it's fun to see you on the field. It looks like you hadn't missed a beat, so we're pulling for you down here, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.